Hello and welcome back to the Hawks Nest for game number 2 of our doubleheader. It's the men now up. It's the Humber Hawks versus the St. Clair Saints here at Humber Polytechnic for another afternoon here at volleyball. We're closing out the first half, the fall half of the volleyball season here. Andrew Milani, Zach Benoit here on the call. And Zach, Humber's had a little bit of an up and down start to the season, 5-3 for the 4-time defending champs. What do you expect to see out of them to finish up the season before Christmas?
Well, when you look at what Humber has been doing so far this season, obviously, like you said, it's been up and down to say the least. They won their last time out, which pushed their record to 4-3. They're slowly trying to climb back up those standings. Obviously, this is going to be a good test against St. Clair, who come in here at 3-5. And if you're Humber, you want to end your season off on a good note. It's, like you said, been up and down to start, but if you can end on a high note, end 2025 off on the right foot, you go into next year looking really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for the team that's come in, the defending champs, they're 10th ranked in the province. Not exactly where they expected themselves to be, but looks like we're underway, ready to go. We'll turn over to the sideline for introductions.
Hi there, and welcome back to the Nest here at the Humber Athletic Center for OCAA men's volleyball action between the visiting St. Clair Saints and your Humber Hawks. Time to welcome your officials for the game. First referee, Andy Wu. Second referee, Jennifer Adams. And the line judges are Alexis Chang and Ed Youssef. Let's welcome your starting lineups for both the teams. Firstly, for the visiting St. Clair Saints. Leading off from Windsor, Ontario, a 6-foot outside hitter, number 1, Matt Babineau. From Woodstock, Ontario, a 6'2" outside hitter, number 4, Arthur Richard. From Barrie, a 6'3", playing middle, number 7, Liam Thomas. From Amherstburg, a 6'4", playing middle, number 9, Zach Walls. From Essex, a 6'2" setter, number 12, Nick Kwiatkowski. And from Windsor, a 6'5" outside hitter, number 18, Cale Wilkinson. The libero for the game from Windsor, a 5'7", number 15, Charlie O. The head coach is Sean Eon. All right, Hawks Nation, please welcome the starting lineups for your Humber Hawks, put together by the head coach, Wayne Wilkins. Leading off from Ottawa, Ontario, a 6'1" setter, the captain, number 2, Nicholas Cozy. From Toronto, Ontario, a 6'2", playing left side, number 6, Paul Manna. From Kingston, a 6'4", playing middle, is number 7, Dante Sugarman. From Santos, Brazil, a 6'8", playing middle, number 12, Apollo Brass. From Beachville, Nova Scotia, a 6'3", playing outside, number 16, Taven Blackmore. And from Sao Paulo, Brazil, 6'4", playing outside, number 17, Enzo Andres. The liberos for the game. Firstly, from Kharkiv, a 6 foot, number 1, Mikhailo Saidov. And from Scarborough, a 5'9", number 15, Alex Segi!
All right, starters announced. Players getting ready to take the court. One last match before we head to winter break. Head coach Wayne Wilkins working his way over to the St. Clair side to shake hands with the St. Clair coaching brass.
And this is going to be a good one here for the Hawks. You know, again, they are winners of the last one against Fanshawe, which was a statement victory to say the least. Fanshawe Falcons were 7-1 at the time. Humber was still 3-3. They were looking for their identity, and well, they found it. And now Humber trying to go 5-3 here to start.
Never a bad thing when you gain a win off the top team in the division. And I mean, we've seen this before from Humber where you've had a little bit of a slow start to the season, but you build a little bit of momentum, and then second half of the season you're rolling, and, well, going for that 5th gold medal in a row. We'll see if they can do it. St. Clair off to start. It's Arthur Richard. Humber crowling. Mana hits it. Tons of power. St. Clair can't get it. Humber gets the first point.
Paul Mana has been such a nice addition to the starting lineup. He's just a guy that injects so much life and so much power.
Using that big right arm from that left side. Now it will be Enzo Endres. First-year player serving. Plenty of power in that serve. Wow. Tipped up. Endres gets it. The setup. Thrown over. St. Clair's got it. They'll try. That's tipped. Blackmore with it. The setup, Endres, that just misses, but they'll say it's deflected. Point Humber once again.
Yeah, you can see the ball had kind of changed trajectory as it was going over, hit right off those fingertips on the wall. And Enzo Andres has just been so good since coming over here for the Hawks in his first season.
Andres coming away from Sao Paulo, Brazil. That one going way up high near the rafters. Just made it over the net. A little bit of a miscue there by the Saints, though. Andres will try again. And they're going to say that hit the post. It's going to be point St. Clair.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to snipe that back corner.
Oh, no, they're turning it around. They're going to give that point to Humber.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of discussion on this one here.
That net is still shaking after that one. Humber with a quick 3-0 lead here. Andres looking to extend. Serve is up, not as much power as last time. Thrown over, just kept alive. Andres with it, they'll just have to toss it over. That was Blackmore with it. St. Clair the setup, a quick one. But Humber, that front line all over there. They'll try it again. Andres keeping it alive. Mana tipping it over, going right for that back corner. St. Clair, big hit, tipped. Blackmore keeps it alive. The setup for Andres. Nice little tip, great rally here, and St. Clair grabs the point.
Yeah, fantastic rally, but how about the play out of the reigning MVP, Tay Blackmore? Laid out the body in the back line to keep it going. Spectacular play, and then right there, he just couldn't get it with the wall.
That one just out of reach of Segui, the libero. Set up a little bit of a miscue there. Brass just a little ahead of that one.
Cozy's setup right there to Brass was just, again, like you said, he pushed it just a little bit too far out. Apollo, tons of height out of the young man.
The big middle standing 6'8" out of Santos, Brazil. And that one right into the net. Humber will reclaim that 2-point lead. Paul Mana now to serve. Toronto native, a huge serve. Rockets it to the back wall.
Yeah, it's safe to say that Paul Mana just got on top of that one, or under that one just a little bit.
Humber on top by 1. The setup, Blackmore, that's blocked. Out of bounds though, they'll say that's a point for Humber.
Again, Blackmore just has so much power on his swings that even when you go up to block it, you gotta be careful you're not hitting it out on their side. The uber talented reigning MVP.
Kosic with the great setup on that one. Set up here, block it, but that's kept alive. Kosic, the setup there, that's blocked. Sugarman all over that one, but that St. Clair front line was all over him for the block.
Dante Sugarman has been such an interesting story to continue to watch because he's a first-year player coming in here, but he's making an impact. And, you know, I joked around with our other broadcast partner, Matt Hamill. He's the sleeveless wonder.
Blackmore, that's deflected. Be another point for the Hawks. Kosic, that one just made it over his serve. Big hit, that's blocked. Kosic for Endez, yes! Making another kill for Enzo Andez. That's his third of the game. Humber up by 3.
Yeah, Andres is just so good. He can be in the backcourt and make an impact. He can be right on the net and impact the game. It's just dynamic players.
Another point there for the Hawks. Huge game for both these teams. That one just floats over the net. Hit there past the block. Right back to St. Clair. Mana with it. Andez, that hit the corner, no. They're gonna say that just missed, but not by much.
Yeah, Enzo Andres really had a good top spin on that one. The man going to the line here is Zach Walls. He is having an excellent season. His hitting percentage, best in the league at .527.
Well, the top 2 offensive players, at least point-wise, for the St. Clair Saints. The early whistle here, they will blow that as a violation against the Hawks. It's a double touch. For St. Clair, it's really Arthur Richard and Zach Walls that got majority of the hit chances there. That one just out.
So kind of a similar trait we saw in the women's game where nobody is really able to build a lead. Humber and St. Clair here, they're staying really close. 3 points is the difference.
Still early in this one, early in the set, early in the match. Blackmore, the reigning MVP, puts that one right into the net.
Yeah, Tay Blackmore, a guy that holds himself at such a high standard. You know, mistakes can happen in the game, but you know, he'll still get frustrated with himself because he understands, you know, he has to always be better in his eyes.
Grikowski, the setup, kept alive. He'll try again. Tipped over. That's out. It's going to be a point for the Hawks. St. Clair wanted a tip. Referee says no. They're going to argue their case, though. We'll see if they turn this one around. And they do change it. Point for the Saints.
Just to finish the point on Blackmore, he holds himself to a high standard, but, you know, if he gets mad if he makes mistakes, but he's having a arguably better year than he did in his MVP season.
It's up there for Mana, right into the net. St. Clair ties up this first set, 9-9. Start for the Saints. Mana just pokes it over, but that's going to go long.
Yeah, too much force there to Paul Mana.
We're going to say that's an ace. Hit the ground. St. Clair doing a little dance there as they extend their lead to 2. that caught the back line. St. Clair's on a roll here in the first set.
Yeah, they're having themselves a really, really good start. Timeout will be called, and wow, what a run here.
Yeah, Wayne Wilkins is not wasting any time there, and yeah, St. Clair not exactly a great start to this one, but finding their way here quickly. The 3-point lead at a crucial time here in the first set.
Let's take a couple look at some of the replays here, and again, Paul Manna, this is one, he tried to go down the net, and it's not a bad play to try for, but if you're gonna do it, you gotta make sure that you're getting it just on the top of the net, so when it's rolling, it has the option to go down.
Did not get that, unfortunately, there. But they're at the Humber huddle. They're ready to go. Not wasting any time here. Back on the court with plenty of time still left to go. And St. Clair's going to milk this clock by the looks of it. All right, partner. Ooh, a little bit of dance moves there from Howie Hawk.
Howie is always bringing the vibes. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens in the day, he's going to be vibing the whole time.
I love Howie. Back to game action there, and we start with the service error. That one way out of bounds. And that'll get Humber into double digits. Great hit there. I believe that was Arthur Richard. And he'll head to the service line.
That's just a good job on the far side. He found the hole, and then he was able to catch kind of Cozy and Blackmore flat-footed because the ball's just landing right in between them in no man's land.
Wow, what a rocket there. Arthur Richard for the service ace. No chance there for the Hawks, and St. Clair with a 4-point lead. That's the largest we've seen here so far. Richard again. And he will not get it that time. Andres with the serve. That's a late drop in that one, some good topspin. They'll throw it back, but way long there. Humber on the board with another point. Andres to serve again.
So I just looked up an interesting stat here. The last time the Saints came here and won was December 7th, 2016. Ooh. It's nearly 10 years ago.
Zegui kept that in, but could not corral it to a teammate, unfortunately. St. Clair back on top by 3. Thomas the serve into the net. Paul Manna.
Paul Manna, again, he's been one of the better servers. I think the last time at the line, it was just an unfortunate kind of, you know, getting underneath the ball instead of on top of it.
That went a little too on top of that one.
That time, you know, it's just the over-adjustment. You kind of predict that that's going to happen, especially when you hit one where it sails over the yellow kind of painting along the wall. You're going to over-adjust. You're going to want to hit over top of it a little bit more. And that's kind of what just happened there with Manna.
Nick Kwiatkowski to serve. Blackmore into the block. Out of bounds, it's going to be a Humber point.
Even on the kills that are getting blocked for Blackmore, he has so much power with the direction that it's going. Is where he sees the block, he reads it, and he says, okay, if I hit it this way, it can hit off the arms, ricochet out of bounds. It's just such smart plays.
Going cross court, out of bounds, Hawks point. It's Cale Wilkerson there. Into the block, kept alive by Mana. Blackmore, that one's kept alive by Kwiatkowski. Kept alive again, another great rally. Andes, that's heading to the rafters, point Hawks.
I gotta give all credit on that rally to Paul Mana. He was guarding that back line like it was his day job. Multiple diving digs, and then just sets up the play for Andres just to hammer it home.
Tossed over, kept alive. Mana, Blackmore just tosses it over. Could be a chance here for the Saints. Mana right there, right man, right place, right time. Blackmore, yes! Finds that back line, giving Humber the lead.
Taven Blackmore, he is a special kind of player. He's always there for his teammates, and he's always there to make big plays when you need him. That one right there, helpful because it gives your side the lead going late into set one.
And with that, St. Clair will take their first time out of the set. Head coach Sean Riome, excuse me, not wasting any time.
And yeah, you gotta figure out something here, because every time you build momentum, if you're St. Clair, you have Humber kind of coming right back on the other side, shutting you down. So what are you gonna do? Is it the net front presence? Is it the play in the backcourt? What is gonna be the thing that needs to kind of step up here?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, which way this game will go as we get a look at the Humber huddle here. Wayne Wilkins looking composed. He's not worried.
Yeah, if there's anybody that is cool, calm, and collective, it is Wayne Wilkins. He is somebody that can always be as chill as a cucumber.
In his 30th year as head coach of the Humber Hawks men's volleyball team. An absolutely incredible run he's had here as head coach, which culminated in that national championship in 2012. All right, Paula Bros to get us started. Kwiatkowski to his teammates, kept alive by Mana once again. Great dig. Kozic throws it over. St. Clair will try again. Wilkinson! And was given a diving attempt there by Andres, but could not keep it alive. We're back tied at 17.
Yeah, Wilkinson worked there quickly. At the net, it looked like Blackmore and I believe it was Apollo Bros kind of went up for the block, but Wilkinson just hammered it down so fast.
Out of bounds, Humber retakes the lead. Couple of tight volleyball matches so far this afternoon. Really all 5 sets we've seen here so far. No one's been quite able to put together an astounding run here. Out of bounds, another point for the Hawks. They're up by 2.
Yeah, it might have been some of the best volleyball we've seen in the first match, and really it's carried over into this one.
Another look at that one that went long. Arthur Richard, and St. Clair was trying to argue it was deflected, although from there it didn't look like it. And it appears this call is going to stand. Kozic, the serve. Kwiatkowski to Richard, out of bounds. They're going to say it was deflected, though. Point Saints.
The Saints were so excited about that one, cheering on the court.
Kozic, Blackmore, big block, but out of bounds.
Again, Blackmore just so strong on his kills. You never know where it's going to land afterwards, but Tay just understands his ability so well.
If you can find a way to force that ball out of bounds off the block, you take it every time.
Yeah.
Blackmore serve. It was a rocket, but it missed.
Yeah, last year Blackmore had 32 service aces. This year, obviously the total hasn't garnered that much yet, but he's still one of the most lethal servers on the Humber Hawks team.
That one just hung on the net. Segi, Mana. Kwiatkowski to Richard, into the block, just kept alive. Kozich throws it over into the corner. Absolutely picture perfect play there by Kozich, the setter. Humber's just 4 points away from taking set number 1.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get a few substitutions.
I'm just gonna say, Nicholas Cozy, man, what a smart player. He's a transfer player over here to Humber, and he was with the championship team. I believe it was Capilano for about 2 years, and you learn there. You might not be playing a lot, but you learn the championship culture there. He comes over here to Humber, and he brings that with him, and he is just such an intelligent player. You see it right there.
Huge serve out of bounds, though. And Capilano, they were the team that won nationals here at Humber just a few years ago. A heartbreaking gold medal game that the Hawks just could not capture. But we're in a dogfight here so far. Set number 1, Humber St. Clair Hawks nursing a 1-point lead in the closing stages of the first set. Just thrown over the net, quick play. Mena sliding there, but can get there in time. One more look. Yeah, Mena could not set his feet in time to make a play.
Yeah, sorry about that, partner. Got a little distracted.
A couple Humber players almost getting tangled up. Mena coming in there, soaring in. And he crosses up the St. Clair defense. Humber's got the lead back. Enzo Andres. A run here would close it out. Rocket! Off the hands of Libero. Charlie Au into the basketball net. And Humber's up by 2 with 2 points left to go. And St. Clair using their second and final timeout of the set. One more look at that rocket of a serve there. No chance there for the Saints.
Yeah, that was quite literally glorious of a serve there. But I've been talking about Paul Mana a lot, and rightfully so, because this is a guy that's been coming off the bench in his first 2 years. There wasn't really a starting role for him. You know, he appeared in some starts last year, but this year, through 7 games, he's getting more and more of a role, and it's well earned because coming off the bench, he was always the guy to come on and serve, always that guy to provide you with service there. But in the backcourt, he makes such an impact. He is so good at digging the ball out, and this is the breakout year for him. Really happy it's happening to a player like Paul Mana.
And he has certainly been putting his mark on this match here so far, especially with the amount of digs. 4 already. We're not even through set number 1. Add to that a couple kills, and it's looking like it could be quite a good afternoon here for Mr. Paul Mana.
And I think the fun thing was last year, I always referred to Humber's bench as the bench mob because of how acclimated they would get, how loud they were. And really, that was all because of Paul Mana, Caleb Huat, Jake Butt, Nathan Yeager, Brock McKenzie. All those guys on the bench were always just vicious towards the other team. A bunch of those guys have now transferred out, have gone to different programs, or their careers have come to a close. Paul Mana is the last remaining guy, but the thing that I love is he has brought that mantra to the new group that is here.
Keeping the vibe alive, as it were. Richard Wilkinson just tosses it over. Mana, a little soft touch. That's going to be another kill for number 6 in white.
Yeah, I just love to see a smart play right there by Paul Mana.
Andres. Match, or set point rather, over here. Soft touch over the block, just kept alive. Wow, somehow Bras managed to get it over. Andres just tosses it over, out of bounds. The Mana cannot get there in time.
I think funny enough there, when Apollo Bras put the arm out just to get it over the net, the little surprise he had on his face, like, oh, I kept it alive, gotta keep going.
Bardwaj serving for St. Clair, looking to extend it. Quick hit there. They're going to say that was out cleanly. Humber will take the point and the set, 25-22. It was a tight one, but Humber managing to put the finishing touches on that one and take a deserved set one victory.
Yeah, I think they played really smart, and you got contributions really from everybody throughout that set. But I think Paul Manna is the one that should be taking away kind of those accolades of MVP of set one. Tay Blackmore was really good in the front court and the back court. 4 digs, 5 kills, but really just some of the stats that don't appear on the paper is what Paul Manna was doing in that first set.
For sure. We'll get a few minutes break here between sets number 1 and 2. It's been a little bit of a tough weekend so far for the Humber Hawks, going up against St. Clair. Losing both basketball games yesterday and losing the first of the 2 volleyball games here today. The women's matchup was a 4-set thriller between both sides that Humber just could not pull away with, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was truly, I mean, something that we haven't seen in years here at the Humber Hawks. Hawks Nest, I should say. But it was just a mind-boggling thing that happened. I truly just cannot believe that, you know, the women's team. And then this is no discredit to St. Clair whatsoever. They came in absolutely dominated. It's just, again, you know, you've seen this team win so many times. They're, you know, 54 straight against OCAA opponents. You know, when that first loss happens, you kind of get taken back a little bit. And I think the big thing that happened was the pure shock that was in the gym after it happened. I mean, it was so quiet. You could just hear a penny drop in here.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of adversity, especially in the middle of the season, never a bad thing, though. It's just all about how Humber rebounds from this one, of course. Hopefully looks for a strong second half of the season when we come back to action in January.
And I think they will have a strong second half. I mean, this is a team that's just amazing at what they do. Tay Blackmore, man of the people, a man of the people. And as he just walked into, I think, the volleyball stand that's there, but I said it last year, Blackmore would always have candy, and I joked around with him one time, and I said, hey, can you give me some candy? And
he came right over.
And he came right over afterwards, and I was like, so does this mean I'm on the team? Am I now on the men's volleyball team? When do I get my jersey?
Might have to hit up tryouts first, or at least have a word with Coach Wayne Wilkins before that, I would assume.
I'll just be a part of the bench mob. You don't got to put me in. I'll just be on the bench mob.
I don't even need to be dressed. Just put me in there as like a healthy
Exactly.
scratch.
I'll bring the vibes.
Set number 2 about ready to get underway here. And it looks like we have all the familiar faces from set number 1. All the starters are going to start this set as well. Look at Enzo Andres, one of the standouts there from set number 1. 2 digs, 4 kills on the day so far. There's a look at the St. Clair bench mob. Looking to rally the troops here as we go to set number 2. Humber looking to extend their lead to 2-0. And we're underway. Apollo Bros with the serve. Arthur Richard to Wilkinson into the block. They're going to say, is that going to be a lift? Yes, it is.
It was kind of, I wasn't sure if it would have been called a lift because it didn't look like he more so grabbed the ball. It was just kind of more smacked upwards. But in the eyes of the ref, they called the lift, and that's the first point here of set number 2.
It was a bit of an awkward play there as the ball was coming down from the block, and Costa just kind of flipped that one up with his underhand. And that will miss. Humber is on the board after that service error.
I see why the volleyball team eats Haribo gummy bears. I feel a little bit more fueled up right now.
And they sure are delicious.
They are great.
Big block there from the middle. St. Clair's going to try again. Wilkinson over the block. They're going to say that was deflected out of bounds. Point for the Saints.
Yeah, that first block, that was Blackmore and Sugarman. And Dante Sugarman, he is really really interesting to watch as he continues to grow and develop. I think the Hawks might have a little star in the making there with him. He's a really fun player to watch.
Kozic to set up. Sugarman, yes. Deflected out of bounds. Humber ties it up.
All-time name as well, Sugarman.
Oh, yeah.
All-time. Good kill right here.
Very sweet, if you will.
Very sweet. On the kill there, it looks like he wanted to kind of curl it inwards, but the way his hand opened up, it was kind of a ball that tailed towards the right side, so it kind of caught the defender off a little bit.
See Blackmore, powerful serve, deflected way back into those national championship windows of that gym upstairs. Humber takes the lead for the first time this set. Blackmore. Kwiatkowski. That was for Babineau, and that will be sent right back. Humber with another point.
Yeah, it's just such a strong serve from Blackmore. It's hard to read, especially if he's able to get that top spin on it.
Could not get that one quite over the net that time. St. Clair back within one. Wilkinson now to serve for St. Clair. Tukamesh, Ontario. Hit right back, and Segi can do much with that one. St. Clair ties it up. That one just makes its way over the net. Kozic, Mana, yes. A little bit of a delayed yes there by me, but they get the point either way.
Yeah, it was a good job by Wall to keep it up, but nobody was able to get there for the third hit, so Paul Mana able to come through with it.
Mana 4-4 on the day, 4 digs, 4 kills. St. Clair couldn't keep that one alive. They're gonna say that was a double touch. And Humber is up by 2.
Humber right now rocking and rolling, looking very strong early on.
Sugarman, the serve just over the tape. Couple hits there, Walls gets that over. It's gonna be a point. Kozic, Blackmore the soft touch, and no one was home there. What a beautiful play that was by number 16, the reigning MVP.
I cannot believe that he just did that. It went soaring through the airs and just tips it over the fingertips. A beautiful move.
Yeah, watching that one, I was just kind of like, huh, that's cool.
Looked like it was happening in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly. Second goes right to him, but that one off his hands and right into the net. St. Clair's back within 1. Another look at that one. A powerful hit off the hand of Babineau. Costa just tosses it over. Segi keeping it alive. Blackmore could not get there in time, and we're tied at 7. And Babineau's gonna go to serve. Yes. Paulo Bras getting that one. Putting that ball down to the left side line. Paul Mana is gonna serve. Chance of redemption here. Has struggled from the service line here today. There's a good one. Babineau, soft touch, kept alive. Bras with it. Blackmore, big block. That was Liam Thomas all over that one, pounding his chest.
That was a huge block right there for the side of the Saints. I don't know if you catch it. So every time that somebody does a serve, they have a different thing they do on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
Side off, made eye contact with me. He said cross your arms and lean back, so I had to join in with him. I said, I'll do it one time with you guys. Just for Paul Manna serving.
We all know Zach is trying to get a spot on the men's volleyball team.
Hey, I'm just trying to fit in. What can I say here?
Putting in the work. Putting in the work.
I'll bring the candy next week.
Paulo Bras with the serve. Kwiatkowski, the setup there for Wilkinson. Deflected out of bounds, St. Clair point. This one's tied at 9s.
Really, through the middle of both of these sets, it's been awfully close. No team has been able to garner any big kind of lead, but then the late stages of the first set is where Humber, they got to work.
Out of the soft touch, just out of bounds. Not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, I don't mind that play whatsoever to Paul Manna. He had to kind of make an adjustment midair of trying to, instead of going for the hit, just tipping it. And he saw open ground out of the corner of his eye. It was just a little bit too much on the push.
Thomas, good serve. Kozic jousted the net, can't get it to go. Segi to Blackmore, the soft touch, can't get that one to go that time. Whistle blown, Humber point.
Got a little bit too close to that netting, and Humber, they will gladly take that one.
Tied at 10 here, both teams each with their 2 timeouts. Wilkinson, they're gonna give that point to Humber. Another net violation.
Yeah, Wilkinson just kind of came down, and he wanted to avoid the net on his final swing, but as he was coming down.
Oh, he just had too much momentum. Kozic. Backhand step there. Babineau put that right into a spot where no one was home between Segi and Mana. Tied at 11. Almost halfway through this second set point-wise, and neither of these teams blinking here. Kozic. To Sugarman, yes. Good shot into the opposite corner.
What I like there is Andres in the middle. Him and Sugarman did such a good job of kind of faking out that play. The defense went to the middle, but because Cozy, his set was so low, it looked like it was going to the middle, but he just kept carrying it right out to the outside.
Blackmore, powerful serve. They'll come right back to the Hawks. Kozic, Andres out of bounds. They're gonna give that one to St. Clair. Don't understand why, and St. Clair, or excuse me, Humber seems a little confused as well.
I think they're saying that once Andres came down, his foot went over that middle line. That's what they're saying is the reasoning behind it. Obviously, the play happens so fast, you don't really pay attention to that.
Segi puts that one backwards. Blackmore, Mana, he'll just toss it over. Rocket of a shot there by Walls. That's kill number 4 for him today. One more look at that one. Quick setup there, 1, 2, 3, bam.
That's why Walls is maybe the best hitter in the OCAA right now with that percentage. Again, over 500.
Kozic, Mana, that one's blocked. Andres, Kozic, Mana. The long, soft touch, a little bit too long there. St. Clair's up by 2. Crucial point in this game for the Hawks. You cannot let St. Clair extend this lead here.
That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen Mana go with that tip. It's not a bad play. It's just once you've kind of taken it long 2 or 3 times, you gotta just allow yourself, take some power off it. Instead of extending your arm out, when you're going up, just kind of flick the wrist a little bit.
Wilkinson. And that is a service error. The Humber bench is gonna get the assist for that one.
I don't know if they think they're playing golf or not, but they all just yelled 4. Who shanked their drive?
Whatever the case may be. St. Clair backing up. Strong hit, that one was deflected. Play at the net. Kozic, Andres, no. Chance here for St. Clair. Richard, that one's blocked. Right back to the St. Clair side. Humber ties this one up.
Apollo Brass just continuously having a good front pressure. I mean, 6'8", he's gonna be good at the net front.
Going cross court. Sugarman to Andres. Deflected, kept alive. It's gonna go right back to Humber. Smacked right back by Bras for the point. What a sequence there for Humber to take the lead here in the second set.
Behind the play, Wilkinson, he had a big collision with his teammate.
Oh, and he is down, favoring that lower left leg there.
Yeah, it's just something you never want to see. I mean, he went down in a heap.
He's gonna hop off the floor here. It looks like his day may be done. Wilkinson had 1 dig, 5 kills, led his team today. It's gonna be a huge loss here for St. Clair if he's not able to find his way back on the court.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely monitor his status, but the way he collided, it was the kind of free ball that was happening over here in the corner. They brought it back to the middle. He dove to get it, but so did his teammate, and it was just an awkward collision there.
Bykowski, Richard, kept alive going to the back wall. Humber not able to get there in time.
Sugarman and Cozy were just hustling to that back line.
We are tied at 15. Zach Walls is going to serve. Zegi, Kosic, big hit there. And thrown right back. St. Clair taking that 1-point lead.
That is just an excellent dig from Zach Walls. I mean, he just absorbed this kill. Look at that.
Thought that might be a point right there, yeah.
Wow.
Walls again. Another powerful serve. Kozic thrown over by Bras, and that one just made it down for a point.
I think my favorite thing about Bras is that swing, he kind of missed it, but he looked at you and says, that was the plan all along, pointing to his head. That's awesome.
Just like they drew it up in practice, I'm sure. Enzo Andres. Powerful serve there. Richard gets that one. Thrown right back. Thrown over to Babineau. Whistle blown. Point there for the Saints. It's a net violation against the Hawks. St. Clair up 1 point here. Each team each with their timeouts.
Yeah, and again, with how it's going, you'd think that one team would have the lead right now by more than just one.
Big block there. And there you go, Zach. We have a 2-point lead.
St. Clair answered the call, and
Matt Babineau, it's his turn to serve. Cannot make that one over. Hit that bottom part of the tape and found its way down. Palmana. Good serve. St. Clair will try again. Thrown over. Kosic, Blackmore, yes. 7 kills on the day.
Wow, when in doubt, go to Blackmore. I mean,
exactly.
Look at the power on this and the ability to stay away from the net too, finishing the hit. It was what was so impressive. Blackmore, he goes up for it, and just kind of the way he's able to finish the kill, it's just so strong.
Palmana serving for the lead, can't do it. St. Clair's up by 1.
I don't know if you saw that. That was great hustle out of the athletic trainer.
I saw that.
That was about like, what, a 420, 40?
Kozic, soft touch there by Blackmore. That'll be met by the Saints. Big hit into the block. Saints will try again. We'll just toss it over. And that's going to be a point for Humber. Double touch on the Saints. Tied at 19.
Humber just needs somebody to kind of step it up here for the ending of this set number 2. We saw it was Blackmore and Mana that were able to kind of step up and fill the role in set 1. That's what got them the victory.
Abolabras. Good serve. Kwiatkowski, Babineau. That one off the block, off the hands of Sugarman. Could not corral that ball. And Brass is going to take a breather here. Thomas, the serve. Over the net. Blackmore gets it back in play. Andres just puts it back. Big block, but Humber could not control it. St. Clair, 2-point lead here at a crucial time. Wayne Wilkins will take a timeout.
Yeah, and again, it's Zach Walls who's continuing to have a really strong game. Again, he was a player we highlighted at the start, but rightfully so, because he's just, he's doing everything you can ask. He's in the backcourt making plays. He's at the net making plays. Oh yeah, and then the hit percentage, it's still really, really high. The best in the OCAA.
Oh, of course. This Humber, their back's not quite at the wall, but inching closer there as we get closer to the end of the second set here. They won that first set, but you don't want to allow St. Clair back into this match now, do you?
No, not at all. You want to be able to try to shut the door here if you're the Hawks. Again, you're still within range to take set number 2 here, but St. Clair, credit to them. They might be 3-5, but they're playing a very good game here against Humber. And that kind of goes to show you that when people come to the Hawks Nest, their level, they step up because they understand, hey, this is Humber Hawks. They are a team that usually win. They are a team that is always at the top of the league. We got to play our best. We got to play our foot forward, get our name on the map.
Absolutely, and I mean, coming into the Hawks Nest, we've talked about it. Usually a difficult test for opponents, but St. Clair definitely up to the task here this afternoon, men's and women's, when it comes to volleyball. And St. Clair looking to put the finishing touches on the second set, looking to tie this one at a set apiece. Andres, powerful hit. Tossed over, can't get it over there, though. And Humber will get the point. They trail by just 1, it's 21-20.
That's just a really good job out of Taven Blackmore. He was watching the setter the whole way through, and the second the setter had that little tip idea, Blackmore just jumped straight up.
Tossed over. Great presence of mind there by Nick Kwiatkowski. He'll get a chance to serve.
He's had a couple of plays like that. He saw the previous one against Blackmore, didn't work this time. He disguised it for a little bit longer, and then last second just to hit it over with that left hand.
Blackmore, wow, unbelievable. Found a seam there between the two Saints and got it to hit that back line. Kill number 8 on the day for 16.
He levitates, man. I swear, when he gets up there, he has a hang time of like 3 seconds.
Yeah, just kind of like floats. What's going on here? That volleyball finding its way on the heads of and bodies of every Hawk there on the bench. Kosich relaying some information to Coach Wayne Wilkins. And we'll be back underway.
Well, now that good luck has been rung all over the ball.
Let's see if it yields the positive results the Hawks wanted. Blackmore, the serve. It's a powerful one. Just missed that back line, but oh boy, did not look like much. I thought that might have caught the line from our angle.
I don't know if we have a replay of it, but that was as close as you can get.
Humber's gonna take a timeout there with Only 2 points before St. Clair steals victory in set number 2.
It's a smart time to take this timeout.
And I think how he's confused as the rest of us about that call.
But yeah, wow, that was kind of shocking. You know, it looks like a good serve. Again, granted, from our angle, we're a little bit offline from where that back line is for St. Clair. So it could have definitely gone over, but it's, you know, from here, it looked like it might have just sniped it.
And it should be noted that St. Clair still has both their timeouts to use here. So even if Humber gets on a little bit of a run, ties this game at 23 and even takes the lead, you know, St. Clair could just reach in there at that pocket, call those timeouts. Even off back-to-back points if need be. All right, do or die time here for Humber in set number 2. Nolan Comerton is going to be the one to serve here, fresh off the bench. And we're ready to go. Serve is up. That's a powerful one there. Almost a couple of Hawks bumping into each other. Kozic. Mana, that one's blocked, but makes it over. How did that happen? Babineau finds some empty space. And St. Clair's 1 point away from taking set number 2.
That was impressive. I mean, on both ends, they were just guarding this ball. And then the finish here, they get it off the block and down.
Comerton again. That one a little too powerful, misses that back line by a mile.
You need 2 points here if you're Dante Sugarman.
Richard off ahead. And that will do it. St. Clair takes set number 2, 25-22, a mirror image of set number 1 in terms of the score.
Yeah, St. Clair coming in, playing a really good game here against the Hawks. And I mean, where else would you want to be when it comes down to these kind of sets, back and forth the entire way through? And well, St. Clair, they're not making it easy on Humber.
No, and I mean, hats off to St. Clair closing off that set in style with Cale Wilkinson, one of their top players. Looks like he's still hobbling on that sideline. Does not look like he'll come back into this one. He was arguably their best player in the match up to that point.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough to see. I mean, you know, Wilkinson was just doing so well, and it wasn't even an injury that he could have prevented. It was a collision, right? And those tend to happen, and it's just unfortunate that a player that his caliber went down.
Yeah, just very unfortunate here, and we'll see how St. Clair responds their first full set here without him. Still tied 1-1. It's now best of 3 here down the stretch. That 5th and final set, if need be, will be a 1st to 15 as opposed to a 1st to 25. Looked like that first match we might see that, but was not to be. And this 3rd set is now the most important one here. If you win this, you'll likely win the match. Although it's not completely over for the team that falls here in the 3rd set, you definitely want to pick up that 3rd set.
Yeah, it's the pivotal swing set. It's always the biggest set, in my opinion, in volleyball, especially if it's 1-1, because if you're a team, you're trying to play off momentum, you drop that 3rd set, the other team has all the momentum in the world, and then vice versa. If you win it, you're in a really good spot.
Both these sets have been very tight so far. I think we can both say that we imagine set number 3 will be just as tight, if not tighter. So it'll be another race to 25 here. Really, no team had any huge runs in terms of points here. It's been pretty low stakes, or pretty low key when it comes to that, I should say.
Yeah, it's been
one team
very low scoring, like between the two.
Yeah, if one team can get on a roll here, that'd be absolutely massive. But we've been waiting for that all afternoon, it seems, as we get into the evening here in the Etobicoke.
Yeah, it's an identical game. 25-22 Humber, 25-22 Saints.
All right, Saints have taken the floor. Hawks taking the floor. A pivotal set on deck. And it looks like we're seeing familiar faces here to start off the set. Nolan Comerton taking Cale Wilkinson's place on the starting lineup for St. Clair.
Who's going to be the one to step up here in this set for both teams? That's the question I have. Going here in this big set, number 3.
We'll find out. We're underway. Blackmore, great effort to keep that one alive. Mana trying to go cross court. That one's blocked. He'll try again, this time with the soft touch. That one's met. Tossed over. Andes. Oh, and that one just missed Blackmore. It looked like landed a little awkwardly there. He's going to back up, though. Deflected out of bounds. Point for the Saints.
Yeah, it looks like the set from Cozy, just when he pushed it out, it was just out of the reach of Blackmore. Wisely, though, Alex Segui was just behind there guarding.
Was able to pick that one up. Kwiatkowski, that one just making it over. Mana, this touch. Kwiatkowski again. Comerton. Kozic. Andres, no. St. Clair up quickly here, 2-0.
Saints have come in here with a plan. The exact same thing of the women's team. This net front pressure has been lethal. They're sending only 2, and they're getting stops every time.
Blackmore throws it down. That's kept alive. Walls, no. Toss back over. Bras to Mana. That one's blocked. Kept alive by Segui. Andres, the soft touch. Toss back, cross court, no good. Humber will pick up a point here for the first time in the set. Lana, another one going long. Had some problems there from the service line, especially in the first set. Hopefully those aren't coming back.
Yeah, he was just getting on top of the ball. He got on top of the ball once, and then, but before that, it was the one where he just kind of threw it up and he skied it upwards. He didn't get over top.
Into the net. Humber will grab another point. Paula Brass to serve. And he cannot keep that one alive. St. Clair doubling up Humber early here in the third set, 4-2. Zach Walls. Going cross court, he'll catch the line and get the point.
Wow, that was a beautiful serve. I mean, he got all the top spin on it that he needed, and then also kind of just curled towards the sideline.
Don't often see players going for the sideline there with the serve, but when you get to work, it looks beautiful, just like that. Walls again. Out of bounds, another service ace for Walls.
St. Clair, I mean, they have come alive here in the last set and a half.
Into the net. Humber gets that point back. Down by 3. Kozic. There's the banner. It's going to be a dead ball. Another point for the Hawks.
That's that 2001 National Men's Championship banner. That's a good year, 2001.
I take it that's your birth year?
Yeah.
It was also a year Humber won the men's basketball national championship here at home at the Hawks Nest. And then a little CBC documentary about that you can find on YouTube.
So it was a really good year.
It was pretty good. Point St. Clair, serve St. Clair. Kozic, the setup there. Joust at the net, and Andre's got a little crossed up there. Timeout Humber. Wayne Wilkins taking a quick one here. Did not like what he saw. Very unusual there for the Hawks to take a timeout this early in the set.
Yeah, down by 4. They're looking for any kind of momentum killer for the St. Clair Saints, but they just haven't been able to find it as of yet. Again, it's just St. Clair playing a smart, steady game right now.
I mean, they've been rolling all set here.
Yeah, everything at the front of the net, it just seems like pressure on Humber where they aren't able to get anything going with their hits. They can't hit around the walls. It's just the defense is really what's propelling the Saints.
It really is. Humber, a quick minute here to try and settle things down and figure things out a little bit. Humber, or Howie Hawk, a little bit of a jacket thief here. What's he doing?
So beside him is the women's volleyball team.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he just stole someone's jacket.
So you want this back?
You want this back? It's up here now.
Did one of the girls steal his, oh no, he still got the noisemaker.
I think it's really funny because one of the players is leading forward, asked somebody else going, what's his name?
His name is Howie. Put some respect on it.
Howie Hawk is a menace. That is amazing, though. That is awesome.
And we would not have him any other way. Into the net, deflected. Another point here for St. Clair, up by 5. And they are rolling. Calgary Phillips is going to find his way back into this game. Or into the game, excuse me, for the first time. The 5th-year senior in his final year of OCAA eligibility.
Yeah, nice to see KGP get some time here. Again, he has been a leader on this squad for so many years. A guy that always makes an impact.
Was a fixture in the lineup last year. Has been used a lot less this year. Blackmore fires that one right into the net, and St. Clair's lead is back up to 5.
Kind of like the women's game. It's just been the issues at the service line today for Humber.
Out of bounds. Humber takes advantage of a mistake there. Sugarman at the line. First-year player from Kingston. That was Comerton. St. Clair's back up by 5. Each team just trading points, and looks like we have a little bit of an issue with that head referee stand.
Look at this skill, wow, just over the fingertips of that wall. I mean, if that's a split second where the ball travels 1 millimeter down, that's blocked.
Paula Brass hits that right to Liam Thomas, but he cannot make a play on it. And with St. Clair about midway through points-wise in this set, it's important for Humber here to make a run here quick. Can they do it? Can't be affording to give away mistakes like that.
The women's team, let me tell you, they're loving it. They are making as much noise as humanly possible right now on the bleachers.
They want to come out of Humber with the sweep, which does not often happen, especially for these Saints. So right back, and it's going to be a point for the Hawks.
That's KGP making his impact known. Good job there by Kyle Gray Phillips.
And he will go to the service line. He'll fire that one way long. St. Clair is still nursing that 5-point lead.
Yeah, who is going to be the one on the service line to step up for Humber here? It has been a tough stretch.
Comerton into the net. Wilkins giving Enzo Andres a little bit of instruction there. Each team just trading points here.
This is what we saw in, I think, set one of the women's match. Either team able to get anything going.
And I mean, if you're St. Clair, you're not exactly loving this, but this is kind of working in your favor, as this is just extending the score closer and closer to you winning. Another service error, oh boy.
And the side quest of Howie in the jacket from the women's volleyball member, well, she got it back.
Oh.
She went up there and got it.
Comerton fires that way wide, and Humber, for the first time in a long time, is within 3 points. Nicholas Kozic. Richard. Zegi with it. To Andres, that's blocked. Wow. Is that inbounds or out of bounds? They're going to say it's St. Clair point.
Yeah.
Looked like that might have gone out, but they're going to say that was in.
Little kind of smart play from St. Clair. You just get the block, you let the ball do its thing.
Babineau, powerful serve. Powerful shot there by Sugarman, deflected, won't matter. Humber's back within 3.
This is a big moment for the Hawks. Get the swing back in your favor. You got your best server at the line here in Tay Blackmore.
Blackmore, the serve. Powerful one, Comerton with it. Babineau to Richard. Could be a great chance here for the Hawks. Blackmore, powerful shot there, and he gets it.
I don't know if you were here in the chants, partner,
Yes,
but the women's volleyball team was chanting overrated. Blackmore had a nice little word with them after that. He was staring them down.
No chance this time. Blackmore, that one just made it over. Wajkowski, Blackmore's gonna have to back up. Kozic just throws it over. Chance here for the Saints. Richard, and he throws that one down with authority. St. Clair reclaims the 3-point lead.
Yeah, that's with authority right through the block.
Arthur Richard, one of the stars here for St. Clair. The outside hitter from Woodstock, Ontario. Zap there for KGP. Comerton kept alive there by Kozic. Andres into the block, deflected. Babineau put that one hard into net. He might have been better off just to throw that one over.
Yeah, didn't want to give them the free play, but
instead hands them the point.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take that. You just gotta go that route, but this time it works in Humber's favor.
Yeah, gotta pick your spots. Kwiatkowski, Babineau makes it over safely that time. KGP throws it over, yes, no! They're gonna give that point to St. Clair in the violation. St. Clair up by 3. This one getting down to nitty-gritty time. Humber still with 1 timeout left. Into the net. Humber's back within 2.
They're keeping it close.
It was a bit of a scary few moments there when St. Clair kept their lead at 5, essentially going back and forth from 4 and 5. But Humber, as of late, been being able to cut into that lead. Kwiatkowski, Comerton can't get it over. That's gonna be a point for Humber, back within 1.
Yeah, they stepped over that middle line again. We saw that play go the opposite way for Humber a couple sets ago. Now goes their way. They're keeping it close, 17-16.
Andres the serve, powerful one. Oh, that one just missed. Just by about a ball length or so, not by much. Kwiatkowski the serve for St. Clair. KGP first on that one. Kozic, Blackmore, oh my! Another powerful kill by Tay Blackmore.
He's the reigning MVP for a reason. Look at this, from the backcourt, you can tell he wanted this ball. It is a bullet right off the shoulder.
He's first into double digits in kills today. Wayne Wilkins having a word with the assistant referee. Saw something he obviously didn't like. KGP the serve, can't get it over this time. St. Clair's back up by 2. We're gonna have to replay that point.
Goes just doing a couple wind sprints here.
Keep saying the direct line, come on. Let's get on it, OCAA.
Direct line, phones, earpiece, whatever you're feeling.
Something.
Sign language.
Sign language.
Morse code.
There we go. Humber's back within 1.
Yeah, and this is the swing set. Tied 1-1 here. Humber, they understand that.
Babineau, a huge kill there, and St. Clair's back up by 2.
Babineau was hyped up after that one.
And it's not quite 2-for-1 territory, but it might as well be for the Hawks here. Down by 2 in crunch time. Kozic, KGP, they're gonna give the point to St. Clair. It's gonna be a tackling violation. Palmana stepping back on the court for KGP. Kozic, Blackmore, kept alive. Babineau going cross court. Mana. Kozic just tosses it over. Babineau the soft touch. Humber can't make a play.
Nobody was back there behind Sugarman and Blackmore, and that's going to be a timeout here.
Humber almost able to climb back into this one, but you can feel maybe this third set slipping away from them a little bit. There's an early 5-point lead there by St. Clair is really looking like the difference here today.
I want to say it, partner. We'll wait to see what happens after this set. But I'll say if it happens after, I have to bring it up. You know I have no other choice. But
I saw you typing in the magic words. And I said to myself, oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah, I was curious what the number would be. But yeah, St. Clair, the net front presence has been the biggest difference here. I mean, Humber, they can't get comfortable with their hitters. And I think that's kind of how you stall out this Humber Hawks team, is you don't let the hitters get comfortable, you don't let them get in a rhythm, and that's exactly what St. Clair has done. Every time they try to push it to the outside, they're sending two, and that two is getting there and blocking everything.
Yeah, like a few of the Humber hitters, like Blackmore obviously has been the standout here today, but you know, Manas had his moments, Andres has had his moments, but besides that, a lot of the Humber hitters have been kept pretty quiet here this afternoon. Let's set up there, Andres. St. Clair can't keep that alive. Just what the doctor ordered. A big point here for Humber.
Yeah, good point right out of timeout. And I know you see it in front of us too. Wilkinson, he is getting up, he's stirring. I think he might be in play here for set number 4.
Still moving around a little bit gingerly though, so we'll see. Kwiatkowski, the set up there for Richard. Deflected, Matta keeps that one alive. Andres! Yes! Humber's at 20. This set's still very much in play for the Hawks.
Enzo Andres is so fun to watch. Goes up, gets a hand to it, and then he finishes off the play with a rocket of a kill.
Oh, very nice there. A little bit of a flip down there, putting Humber back within 1.
Oh, I thought he was going to be in play for set 4. It's set number 3.
Good news here for the St. Clair Saints. Cale Wilkinson back into the match.
But he's back wearing an ankle bracelet on that left ankle.
Babineau, that's blocked. He'll try again. Partially blocked. Set up there. Andres! That's going to go into the back wall. St. Clair gave it a good try, but could not get to it in time, and we're tied at 22. St. Clair's going to take the first time out of the set.
Oh boy, wow. What a run here. Humber able to get right back in it. I talked about their hitters needing openings and needing to get that comfortability. They found that in this swing. They were getting the deception they needed out of their setter Cozy, and then you're allowing that to translate to good hits, clean looks, where your hitters can find openings on the court.
Everything coming up Humber out of that last timeout. Can they keep that magic alive out of this timeout? Or will St. Clair swing the momentum back to their side?
The conversation going on here. A bunch of the coaches just discussing what's happening.
Humber would love to go home at the Christmas break above 500 as opposed to being at 500.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Time to get the shopping done. I have not started.
I got one thing, that's it.
Okay. Better than me.
I got one. Plenty more to go.
Yes, sir. St. Clair still with 1 timeout. Humber's all out. The race to 25 is on. Advantage St. Clair here. Liam Thomas all over that one. Thomas. Right back over. Kwiatkowski to Thomas, deflected. Mana on that one. Kozic. Andres, no. That one blocked, kept alive. Kwiatkowski tries to flip it over. Miscommunication there between Sugarman and Blackmore. And just like that, set point for the Saints. They win this next point. They're up 2-1 in the match. Now give them a huge advantage heading into set number 4. Matt Babineau ready to serve. The Windsor native would love to steal one here in Etobicoke. Set up there. And that's it. St. Clair takes set number 3, 25-22. All 3 sets have been by a score of 25-22. And this tight one continues. Another look at that winning point. Liam Thomas, the middle blocker, setting it up for Brandon Weeb, the outside hitter.
I think the funniest part about that whole thing was the women's team and the bleachers, they know who the regular setter was. Kwiatkowski got taken out, and everybody had their hands on their head like, who is setting the ball for us right now? They saw who it was, and they exploded. But as reluctant as I am to bring this up, the last time a win happened here for St. Clair, December 7th, 2016. Partner, that was 3,280 days ago.
I could not remember what I was doing that day. I might have possibly been seeing Rogue One in theaters that night. I don't know, but
15, I was in grade 10.
Oh boy, making me feel old.
I was in grade 10. Don't ask me what was happening back then or what I was learning, because I could not tell you.
Staying out of trouble, hopefully.
Well, the women's team is having a good time here. But yeah, wow, it has almost been 10 years. And I mean, it is something that has stood for this amount of time. The Hawks, they're gonna need something. Somebody has to step up.
Everyone's gonna have to step up here. St. Clair's brought their best effort here this afternoon. They're into this evening, I should say.
Yeah, this has been a all-around just great day of OCAA volleyball. Both teams have just really performed to their peaks.
No easy out, no easy points. Yeah, it should be a great finish here today. 1 minute before both teams hit the court for the 4th and possible final set here this afternoon. Although if you ask the Hawks, they will hope for a 5th and final one. The race to 15, of course, that becomes. But for now, the mission is 25. Humber's only gotten there once here today. They captured only 22 the last 2 sets. St. Clair looking for the weekend sweep against the Humber Hawks. They won both basketball games yesterday against the Hawks. They've won a volleyball match today against the Hawks, looking to close it out here. Beautiful look at the gym there. All the national championship banners hanging in here in the Hawks Nest.
It has been, again, I'm just astonished at the time that has passed since a victory from St. Clair in the Hawks Nest. 3,280 days. Trying to see what was happening back there, but I don't know what's happening back in December 16.
I saw the Flint water crisis. I remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
Man out of the serve, and we're underway in set number 4. Babineau hits that one but right into the net. Humber on the board with a quick point. That serve misses. We're tied at 1. Nice little play there, Nicholas Kozic.
That's a beautiful set right there by Koze. I mean, just completely fools the defense, and that's what you got to do here in this situation. Pull out all your tricks.
Nice little play there. Another point for the Hawks. They're up 3-1. Paulo Bras. Wilkinson gave it a good attempt. It went off his face, and Humber is up 4-1. That one bouncing away, and Humber, a great start to the set, just what they ordered. And Bench Mob is jumping all over the place.
Apollo Brass having a real good run here at the line.
He'll try again. Set there. Somehow kept alive there. Andres is right spot at the right time. Kept alive. Mana having to back up, but Bras got to it. Chance here. That one misses. Humber up 5 points here to start the fourth set. Bras will continue his run on the service line. Wilkinson into the block, and that'll find its way down. Point there for the Saints.
Saints staying alive, but yeah, that was a real good run at the line by Apollo Bras.
Kale Wilkinson. Kozic, Andres, powerful hits, deflected out of bounds. Another point there for Humber. Back up 5-5. We saw how big a 5-point lead can be in this game here today, this match. Andres just flipping it over. Another point here for the Hawks. They're up by 6.
Yeah, Andres did a really good job right there where he drew the defender in. Defender reached to swipe for it, hit the net. But what a start for the Hawks, 8-2. This is kind of what we were hoping to see. Now I'm curious of the conversations that are going on here. Humber, obviously, you know, you're playing a smart start to this set, but here I like that Coach Wilkins is talking to Dante Sugarman about what happened. He's actually getting coached by 3 coaches right now. Everybody wants to talk to Mr. Sugarman. So if you're curious what else was happening in 2016, partner, Britain votes to leave the European Union. That was pretty big.
Oh, then didn't miss Brexit.
Russia interferes in the U.S. presidential election. Donald Trump became president. that was back in 2016, my friend.
Toss back. Mana gave it a good try, but cannot fight it off to his teammates. Gets a big round of applause from his teammates for that effort.
Yeah, he laid the body on the line. You got to respect it.
He was completely airborne there for a second. Walls. That one misses. Humber back up by 6. Blackmore, what a serve, but just misses.
Yeah, he has had some strong serves tonight that have basically just missed. I mean, he has been everywhere. 10 kills on the evening, leads the team.
That ball looked like it could have used just a little bit more topspin. That ball getting away from the Hawks. St. Clair's back within 4. Babineau, chance to serve. Kozic to Mana, flips it over, no. That goes right to Blackmore, cannot get it planted in time. Liam Thomas with the kill.
Yeah, it looks like he was just a step behind there on that one. Dove for the ball, and as he got to the spot, the ball just landed right under his right arm. Look how quickly this deficit has been erased.
Yeah.
St. Clair, look at this pressure up front. They send 2, but the 2 are getting there every single time.
The chance for the Saints to continue that run is broken there by that serve. And the Hawks are back up by 3. Hit right to Wilkinson. Another point there for the Hawks.
Paulo Bras, again, you know, you expect him to kind of swing a little bit harder and get some power, but something about his swing, he's able just to have it a little bit slower, and that throws people off.
That one finds its way in. St. Clair back in it by 3. Service error, and Humber's back up by 4.
Yeah, I was trying to find it earlier. I don't know the last time that St. Clair swept the Hawks here at the Hawks Nest.
It's probably been a while. That one deflecting into the 08-09 National Championship banner.
For women's golf. A lot of golf banners. A lot of golf banners.
A lot, that's why there's the Golf Supremacy banner.
Yep.
Another service ace, wow!
That goes
Andres on a roll here.
goes about 9 rows up to the corner.
Another one, oh boy! And St. Clair will take their second timeout, their final one this set.
Oh my God. Enzo Andres, the man from Sao Paulo, Brazil, doing it all himself.
Just incredible stuff we're seeing there from Enzo Andres.
That was truly remarkable. I mean, I don't think you can say anything else about it. That was awesome.
And the Humber coach is not saying anything to the team after the roll they're on, and why would you?
St. Clair, they're already back out there ready to go. Humber, they're patiently making them wait. Enzo Andres is having so much fun right now with the St. Clair women's team. He has looked at them about 4 times after each one of his serves, and they're saying, do it again, do it again.
Will he do it again? We'll see. And he does! What is going on?
Oh my. How many more you got there, sir? How many more?
A little bit chirping from the Humber bench to the St. Clair side.
Holy rippin'.
Can he do it one more time? Serve is up. Oh,
Almost.
Wilkinson, that one's blocked. The set there. And that'll end Andres' tremendous run at the service line, but Humber comes out of it up a big 7 points.
That was truly sensational. I don't think we've seen a run like that in a while.
A long time. A long time here at the Hawks Nest.
Last one might have been Rizard Sadiku, I think.
Andres. St. Clair will reload. That one's blocked. They'll try again. Richard just tossed it over. Almost a miscue there. Blackmore just got to it. Mana flips it over. Keeps it alive. Kozic just tosses it. And that's going to be a point for the Hawks. Oh my, what a display there.
What could have ended in just such heartbreak turns around so well for Humber. And it's all thanks to Nicholas Cozy.
Paul Mana back to serve. It's a big one there. Tossed over, blocked. Sent right back to St. Clair. Wilkinson, that's blocked, but out of bounds. They're gonna give that to the Saints. St. Clair all out of timeouts there. It's gonna be all up to the players on the court. Calvin Kett to serve. Just makes it over. Cozy Blackmore. St. Clair will try again. Set up there for Andres. Tipped away. That's a surefire point there for Andres. He's put his mark all over this fourth set. And he's got 10 kills on the day.
And I think about 6 service aces as well.
7 digs as well. He's been all over. Paulo Bras to serve. Tipped over. Bras. Andres, that one misses.
He really wanted that one on the corner. He was trying to snipe it.
Kale Wilkinson, he got a little hurt early in this one. He came back. The serve is up, that one misses. Humber's just 6 points away from tying this game up with 2 sets apiece. Cozy. Arthur into the block. Looks like that was on the fingers of Sugarman.
Yeah, that was Dante Sugarman going up there. He had reinforcements beside him in Blackmore and Andres. But good job by Sugarman.
One more look. And all 3 on that front block, all over that one. Five points to go for Humber. A little bit of a miscue there. Recovered though. Flipped over, out of bounds. Another point there for the Hawks. A 10-point lead, the largest we've seen all day here in the Hawks Nest.
This hasn't happened often today, and really, it's all thanks to Enzo Andres.
Put over. Blackmore, first hand on that. Cozy to Andres. Was that deflected? They'll say it was.
Have yourself a set, young man.
Another look at that. What power behind that shot. Cozy the serve, that one misses. Humber still up by 10 with 3 points needed to take this set. Zach Walls. The serve. Blackmore first on, and Cozy couldn't get to it in time. Humber all over that one. They want a violation, they get it.
Yeah, it looked like when the hit went down, chopped right off the top of that net. That's still ringing it out.
Tay Blackmore, couple chances here, could close out the set from the service line. Humber just needs 2 more points. That'll be an ace. They're doubling up St. Clair in this set, 24-12. 1 more point, and they'll tie us to 2 sets apiece, and we'll go to the 5th final and decisive set. That one just over the tape. Into the block, but out.
Well, you need a miracle run here if you're St. Clair. I mean, something that I don't think I've ever witnessed. An almost 10 or 11-point swing is what the St. Clair Saints need.
If you include that last one, it would be a 12-point run needed. Andres, no problem there. He's been serving those up all set long. Kill number 12 on the day for him, and Humber comes out of set number 4 with a 25-13 victory.
Yeah, he looks terrific. I mean, sensational play at a number 17. Well-deserved rest on the bench. But the 5th and final decisive set. Oh boy.
On tap.
Oh boy, is this long record gonna stand? This has the chance, if Humber are able to come away with this one, this has a chance to go for 10 years total. If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
They won't be back here. St. Clair, that is, won't be back here at the Hawks until next season. That time, we will be crossing almost 10, or about 10 years of St. Clair and Humber in men's volleyball, where St. Clair hasn't won here at the Hawks Nest.
Just a couple minutes left before we head to the 5th and decisive set.
Let's get into it, partner. 5th and
Almost time.
final. Let's get it rocking and let's get it rolling.
One minute left before we start. Before we start the final set. Each team just getting final words from their coaches before they head out onto the court.
And again, if you're new to volleyball rules, 5th and final set, it only goes to 15. Once a team, I believe it's either 7 or 9 points. Once they get to that halfway point, we switch sides. And then we just play on to whoever gets the 15 first, and you gotta win by 2. That's it. That's set 5. A 3,280-day streak rides on the line right now.
Oh boy. We'll see how the players here live up to this. All the pressure in the world on these guys. One more set before we head out for the holidays and for fall semester exams, as it were.
I always forget about that part.
Student athletes, sir, student athletes.
I know, it's been a while
that.
since me and you were just students, so you know.
And hopefully, knock on wood, I never have to take any classes again.
Yo,
Not that I didn't enjoy my time here.
Yeah, it was a great time. Radio Humber.
Shout out 96.9.
96.9, Radio Humber.
All Canadian all the time.
Classic.
And St. Clair will get us started here. Arthur Richard, one of the stars here for the Saints, will serve here to start. Who's going to get to 15 first, St. Clair or Humber? Find out. Bounce right back. Andres will try again, going cross court, he misses. But they're going to give the point to Humber off the deflection.
Tay Blackmore, not sure if you saw it, on the back end of the play, he kind of took a spill. Took a second to get up. He looked like he was okay, but something to monitor here in the 5th set.
He's on the service line. Just kept alive, but can't get over the net. You do it that time there, though. Andres deflected, and that's a point.
Enzo Andres, it's the takeover for the rookie.
And he is having himself a game here. 13 kills, 7 digs, and about 5 or 6 service aces. Blackmore back at the service line. Chance to go up 3-0. That one's blocked. Can't keep it alive. Humber's up by 3. These points matter so much more when it's only a race to 15 as opposed to 25. Play at the net, Mana can't get it over. Andres tried to get over with power, but could not right into the net.
So they had a good run, 3 points. Now you just got to play on the defensive end here after the serve.
Liam Thomas, it's his turn to serve. Mana into the block, and they can't make a play of it. That's kill number 6 for him. Humber leads 4-1. That one off Blackmore into the men's basketball supremacy banner. St. Clair cuts the lead in half. They're down 4-2.
Yeah, it was such a great kill. Wilkinson making his entrance back into this game. Having a good impact there.
Blackmore into the block, and that'll find its way down. Tough play there for the Saints, and Humber's back up by 3.
Tay Blackmore, man, what a day he's having. And the fact that you can combine this with Enzo Andres, who's, by the way, at the service line again here. Just pointing that out there.
They're all teammates saluting him. Oh my! Enzo, how do you do it?
The stare down afterwards. We both know where he's looking. Oh, it's fun. It is fun.
A certain group of girls in green, I imagine. Oh my. They faced the other way. It did not work that time. But Gould, was he doing a little, was that supposed to be like the Christ the Redeemer? Or
the Brazil.
Yeah, yeah. Wilkinson the serve. Cozy for Mana. What a shot there. Right at Charlie out the libero. He did not have a play as that one went right into his chest. Humber extends their lead to 4. Mana the serve. What a rock, and that's an ace! And we will switch sides here.
The bench fired up after that one. What a run it's been here for servers for the Hawks. Something has clicked in these extra frames, and oh my, it is working.
Humber just playing their best ball with their backs against the wall today. After that first set, 25-22, we knew it wasn't going to be easy for the Hawks, but backs up against the wall, they find a way, and St. Clair's going to take their first timeout here in the set. Each team still gets 2 timeouts here in the 5th and final set.
Humber, they're halfway there. Cross that threshold first, and oh man, it's a fun game here today.
Seven more points, it's all they need. When you put it that way, it sounds easy. There's Enzo Andres, man of the hour.
Gentlemen out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, making the impact today. If there's a player of the game, I know who it's going to.
Yes, sir.
He's loving it. He is fired up. You love it.
Paul Manna back at it. Had a rocket of a service ace last time out. Looking to repeat a little bit of that magic. Another rocket there, wow. This time St. Clair able to make a play, thrown back, Manna on it. Andres deflected out, another kill, that's number 14 for the big man.
Great spin on that shot there, and we'll have another look at it right here. Just a beautiful move.
Man, another rocket. Set up there. And Wall's able to get it through.
Walls, he was on fire in the first 2 sets, and then his teammates started slowly taking over, but then Humber came alive. They've really shut him down in the late stages here, but now he has a chance to make an impact. Got the kill there, and now at the service line.
Can't do it. Pounds the ground in frustration after. Humber's first team to double digits here, and just 5 points away from capturing the match, when it looked like for a lot of the game it was going to be in doubt. Babineau.
What a dig.
Yeah. St. Clair is going to have to do something here. Babineau again. That one lands right in front of Manna. He had no play. St. Clair's got that Humber point total halved right now. It's going to take a miracle here for the Saints to come back.
I thought for a second that Enzo Andres made the play to save that rally.
Babineau puts that right in the net. Couple substitutions here for St. Clair. Babineau and Kwiatkowski finding their way out of the game. Cozy makes a play on that. Segi sets it up. Andres into the block. Set there, soft touch kept alive. Blackmore just throws it over. Into the block. Humber will get the point. It's a double touch against St. Clair. And Sean Riomi taking his second and final timeout of the set. Humber just 3 points away from capturing the match.
It has been a gritty finish to this match for the Hawks. I mean, they had to really kind of dig deep into their bag for the 4th set, and in this 5th set, they've come alive. Credit Enzo Andres. When the moment shined, he stood up for it, and he has been making a credible impact here.
He really has, and I mean, the second half of the game, really that, especially the 4th and 5th sets here is when he's really put his mark on this game. Of course, the long streak from the service line we could talk about, but just been kill after kill after kill here in the late stages of this match. And like you said before, should be a shoo-in for player of the match here today.
And again, I think it's the biggest thing of they want to end this, first half of the season on a high streak. They won against Fanshawe. They're on the ropes of almost taking a really tight game against St. Clair. But, instead of finishing the year 4-4, you're finishing 5-3. And that puts you a lot closer to the two teams that are 7-2 right now.
Just try and close that gap and get your seed as good as possible in time for the playoffs. Definitely want to host those first two playoff games. Crossover and, of course, the quarterfinal. And the Final Four will be in one location. Set up here going cross court. Segi on that one. Koji. Blackmore into the block there. And St. Clair only scoring 1 point for every 2 Humbers got here, and that's bad news for them in this 5th and final set.
Blackmore tried something that we don't see him typically do that often. It was swing with the left hand.
Did not work. Arthur Richard, the serve. Oh my, once again, Enzo Andres, number 15.
It's just so automatic. It's scary how good of a day Enzo Andres is having. It's just the breakout game.
Certainly looks that way. Blackmore, the serve. Too powerful there.
That was a serve that was just on a line. Usually when he hits it, it goes down and dips last second. That one just was a bullet.
Liam Thomas, one of the starters here for St. Clair. Trying to keep his team alive here. Don't gets away. Blackmore. Segi will just toss it over. Excellent opportunity here for the Saints. Set up, tossed over. Out of bounds, but they're going to say that was deflected. Point for the Saints. That pass, Sean Kennedy to Calvin Kett.
Now obviously the Saints still have to have a heroic march here if they want to get back into this one. But Humber, you just got to play a clean 2 points. That's all you got to do.
Step there, Andres, that one's blocked. They'll go again to him, and no mistake that time.
Just keep feeding him.
Number 16 on the day for number 17 in white. And Sugarman a chance here to close things out here for the Humber Hawks. One more look at that play. Back underway. The step there, that one's blocked. St. Clair's gonna try again. Blackmore. Step there, Andres! Blocked but sent back. Oh my.
Oh, they wanted it to go to Andres to finish, and I still think they do. Give 17-17, come on.
And St. Clair throwing a couple of their starters back out. Kwiatkowski and Babineau will come back in for Kett and Kennedy. That duo came up with a huge point earlier. Kwiatkowski to extend the game, the 5th-year senior. His team down by 9, or by 5 rather. Mana to close it out, no. Babineau into the block, and that will do it. Humber wins the 5-set thriller, the final set, 15-9, and they go home for Christmas with the win and a 5-3 record.
Wow, Humber just grinded out that 5-set grueler. You said it best. They go into the break on a high note. They can come back in 2026 and play their game.
And I mean, partner, I think we both know who the player of the game is going to be. We will wait for the announcement, though, but what a game here by the Humber Hawks, especially the way how they close things out in the final 2 sets with their backs against the wall, showing all that power in the lineup. And I mean, not the way they would have loved to draw it up, but I mean, they got to be quite proud of the victory here today.
Yeah, the player of the game, no doubt in our minds, it's Enzo Andres, but yeah, what a finish. And To all you wonderful people back at home, happy holidays.